Hello everyone, welcome back to another video where we will explore various functions related to calculating averages in Excel. If you haven't watched my previous videos on different functions, feel free to check them out after this tutorial. Let's start by learning how to calculate the average of data, specifically sales for 3 months. We can use the average function directly on the data to obtain the average value. This function works for both rows and columns. Alternatively, we can select the data along with any empty cells and use the AutoSum feature under the Home ribbon to select average. It will calculate the average for the selected range, including the overall average. Moving on, let's explore the AVERAGEA function. When using AutoSum to select average, it only considers the cells until it encounters a text value. However, if we manually select all the data, it includes the text in the calculation, resulting in an incorrect average. To overcome this issue, we can use the AVERAGEIF function, which averages the data while excluding any text values in the range. We can further enhance the presentation by formatting the decimal places or using the round function to round the decimals to a desired number of places. Next, let's explore the AVERAGEIF function, which calculates the average based on a single condition. By entering the formula and selecting the criteria range, criteria, and the range to average, we can calculate the average sales for a specific condition. We can drag the formula for other datasets and use the round function to adjust the number of decimals if needed. Finally, let's dive into the AVERAGEIFS function, which allows us to specify multiple conditions. The syntax is similar to AVERAGEIF, but we can add multiple criteria by selecting the ranges and criteria for each condition. This function calculates the average only if all the conditions are met. Feel free to make modifications as needed, and remember to check the output based on the given criteria. But what if we want to calculate the average of data where the cells contain related text in the range? In such scenarios, wildcard search becomes helpful. To implement the wildcard method, we need to use an asterisk symbol before and after the criteria without any space. Enter the formula similar to the previous method, but this time select the wildcard criteria to match the related text within the entire cell value. As you can see, it has averaged the entire data range. Because the wildcard criteria are product and store, which are values present in all the data cells, if we change the value of store to something else that doesn't contain store, the output value changes as it no longer meets the criteria. Let's add an S and change the wildcard value to S, along with an asterisk symbol. This returns the average of all columns in the dataset, as the entire criteria range contains S in it. If we change the criteria to anything else that includes S, the output remains the same. Feel free to modify the criteria as needed. Alternatively, we can remove the asterisk symbol from the criteria and include them in the formula by concatenating them with an asterisk symbol enclosed in double inverted commas. This will yield the same output. Experiment with different criteria and observe how the results change accordingly. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to make use of these techniques in your Excel calculations.